Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning into my channel, Profound AV. I would appreciate you subscribing to my channel and hitting the like button on my videos. So the topic of today is 3 reasons why your system, whether it's your AV system or your 2-channel system, why does it sound good on certain days and not so good or even bad on other days? Well, there is a problem, but the problem is not your system. There are 3 reasons why that I've discovered throughout my experience on why my system sounds good on certain days or even nights, and phenomenal on other days. And it kind of took me a while to discover this. I mean, it always existed, but it took me a while to correlate the why the system doesn't sound good on those days to certain things that's going on. And the answer is it's not your system. It's not your system. It's not your speakers. It's not your setup. There isn't anything wrong with the system. The problem is you. The problem is me. And the 3 reasons why the problem lies with you and me on why your system doesn't sound good. First reason is it's just you're tired. Maybe you're up late the night before, or you were out partying, or whatever kept you up, and you just didn't get enough sleep. And so the next day, you're not rested. So you go to sit down and put in your favorite song or your movie. And after a little bit, you realize, it just doesn't sound good. It's because you're tired. Your brain, everything that you hear, or just anything in general, but for the purposes of this discussion, we're talking about, music or listening to audio, is that the sound goes through your ears and your brain processes the information. So imagine that, if you're tired, it's going to cause a deficit with how your brain perceives the sound. And that also goes along the lines of psychoacoustics, which is the study of how we hear. So it basically kind of explains that we all hear differently. And, it could be due to our level of hearing. We all have different ranges of hearing, whether it's due to environmental issues, whether you listen to, maybe your job is noisy and you don't have hearing protection, or it's just due to aging. Because, when you're younger, you can hear at a higher frequencies, and as you get older, it drops off. And it doesn't matter how well you take care of your hearing, it will drop off. So the first reason is due to lack of sleep. You're not rested, and that will affect how you hear your system. And in my experience, it won't sound good. Most of the time when I'm tired, it doesn't sound good. And usually when that happens, I just turn it off. I either turn it off and do something else, maybe go to sleep. That could be the first solution. Or just do something that doesn't require me to to really do critical listening because I just know that I'm not really there. I'm not relaxed. I'm uneasy and just not feeling up to it. All right. So that's the first reason. And the second reason why your system might not sound as good on whatever day you're listening to it versus the days that it does sound good is you might be sick. Maybe you had the flu or a bad cold. And, again, it's going to affect how you enjoy your system. The other thing is, a lot of times when you have a cold, you'll get congestion, and that can affect your hearing. You might be blocked up in one ear or both, and that will definitely affect how you hear your music. So again, in that instance, I might not listen to my music that for that period. The other thing I do for my ears is I routinely flush it because I tend to get you know blocked, especially in the spring with pollen. Yeah, I'll definitely get fluid buildup, and I usually can tell that my hearing is a little off. So I routinely flush my ears out, both ears, maybe once a year as it gets closer to spring. I'll do that. And that usually helps. It does help a lot. But just recognize that if you're sick or you're not feeling well or you're just getting over a cold, that it will affect your hearing. And the third reason why your system might not sound good on any given day or evening is you might be stressed. You may have gotten into an conflict with your loved one, your significant other. You may have had a bad day at work. Um, you know, that would affect how you enjoy your system because you're stressed. Your mind is not settled. You're distracted. And so again, those are the three reasons why, in my experience, I've recognized when my system doesn't sound good. It's not because your system is broken. There isn't anything wrong. It's just that you're just not in that place to enjoy it. And then, surprise, surprise, the next time you go to list your system, it just sounds phenomenal. You're in a good mood. Your mind is at ease. You may even have a nice cold beverage in your hand, and everything is just hitting the right notes. So it goes both ways. But again, recognize that if your system doesn't sound good when it has sounded better on certain days, it's probably because of certain things that are going on in with you as an individual, and it's not your system. So recognize that. So that was it. I would love to hear what you guys think. How what do you believe affects your enjoyment of your system, or could it be maybe something that has to do with the system directly? Just share your thoughts and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit like. Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.